Hi Capricorn and Capricorn Rising, here's your horoscope for August 2024. I'm astrologer Joseph Anthony. Alright, buckle up because we are in for a wild ride this month. This has a lot to do with the outer planets, and your ruler Saturn will also be in the mix. And so around the 19th of the month we have a full moon, and there's going to be some really heavy alignments associated with it. So with that, it brings in a lot of heavy energy. And most of that energy is going to be focused on your work and your daily routine, maybe even health matters related to yourself or someone else in your family. It has to do with your thinking. And that full moon is going to be in the second house of income and values. So those are the areas that are going to be lit up. So, as you know, we have a wild year already, and it feels kind of strange and weird and unusual. And this is because the cosmic energy is absolutely changing. It's coming from space. I've talked about this, and it's affecting us. And so this month we're sort of at a peak. The energy is off the charts, and we'll all be feeling it. We also have Mercury going retrograde, which adds a little bit more confusion into the mix. So let's get started, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So as we begin the month, we have the Sun and Venus going through the sign of Leo in your 8th house. Now this is the house of deep psychological transformation. This is the house of sexuality. This is the house of the past. And so things pertaining to resources or other people's money, or things like loans and credit cards and taxes and investments, all under this umbrella. So as we begin the month, you're probably thinking a lot about that, your investments and your security and your future and all of that. Capricorn and Capricorn Rising is very much about planning. So this reading is for anyone who has a rising sign or a sun sign in Capricorn. It's a general sun sign Western tropical reading. Okay, it has to be, because I don't have everybody's birth chart, and everyone's birthday and birth chart is completely different. So we start off this month with this energy, sort of the uncertain energy that keeps underlying everything that's going on right now. So we begin with this new moon in Leo, which is a very positive new moon because it's making favorable aspects to Jupiter and Mars in the 6th house. So you're taking care of your health, or you're taking care of the health of somebody else or animals or your daily routine, and you're looking at it from a different perspective. Okay, so this could be very positive as we start off the month. A new moon in Leo in the 8th house has a lot to do with investments and financial matters and taking care of your monetary responsibilities. This has to do with sexuality as well. It's creative, it's something new. It's the sign of Leo, so it's playful, and it could have something to do with children as well. Maybe you're taking care of children. And so this is all going to be highlighted. There's a deep psychological transformation with a new moon in the 8th house. Okay, and like I said, it's making favorable alignments to this 6th house. Now, speaking of moon, I found this free online moon reading. So if you ever want to know where your moon was and what it means, check it out. I left the link down below. It'll give you a mini report, and then of course it'll try and upsell you something, but there's no obligation. It's actually a pretty good report. I think it might be worth looking into. Anyway, I sent the link down below. All right. So as we continue this month, now it starts getting a little trickier. Venus enters Virgo on the 5th right there. Now this is not a big deal, but the skepticism, the overthinking and analyzing begins to go through the roof, because Virgo is a worrier. Venus is about partnerships. And so we're picking apart every little aspect, we're overanalyzing every little detail and so on. But when you look right next to it, we have Mercury in stationary position getting ready to go retrograde, which adds an element of confusion. So we have that going on as well at the beginning of the month. So we have this wonderful positive new moon, and all of a sudden the energy really shifts within a day or so of the energy. One of the reasons also because Mercury and Venus will also be aspecting Pluto right here. So concerns over financial matters, concerns over partnerships, concerns over your future and investments of all kinds will be on the table. So there'll be a lot of talk about this stuff. Now, I'm going to suggest to everyone listening to me that this is not a month to be making major life decision changes, especially with Mercury retrograde and all that crazy energy coming in on the 19th. Okay, it's very heavy, it's very disturbing, and it can be confusing at times, especially when Mercury is going to go retrograde, in the 9th house, and then it'll go back into the 8th house. And so it'll bring a lot more confusion to many people. So pay attention. But starting on the 14th is where the energy really starts to ramp up. Mars is conjunct Jupiter in Gemini right there at 16 degrees. This is in the 6th house. This is going to basically ramp up your anxiety or nervous energy or worrying about stuff, or maybe you start cleaning and you become obsessive about something. This is the kind of energy we have here. Gemini is all about communication. It's about the mind, and the mind is going to be on overload. Okay, worrying, or trying to perfect something, and that's what this energy is doing here. But it's also making an aspect to your ruler, Saturn, right here in the 3rd house of communication. This is why it's so tricky for you, Capricorn and Capricorn rising, where there could be some sort of obsession or trying to figure something out, and it's irritating and frustrating on some level. And the other thing is, right here, Venus is also at 12 degrees, and this is only 4 degrees away. And so this is creating what we call a T-square in astrology, which is a lot of pressure. It's a lot of uncertainty. It's forcing you to change or look at something in a different way. So from the 14th on, the energy is off the charts. And then it keeps building up until the 19th and into the 20th. And so I'll show you what I'm talking about. So pay attention to those around you, people's health, mental health, physical health. We also have the moon transiting, also creating what we call a grand cross. And this is a heavy, heavy energy. So we have Mercury backtracking into Leo on the 15th right there. And this is going back into situations involving the past and reliving memories that you had, and thinking about financial security and investments and so on. Okay, and it could be something external, like the markets are not doing too well, or something going on in society that's drawing you backward. But on a personal level, it has to do with your psychological well-being. It has to do with children or grandchildren. And their future, and definitely a financial, finances are on the table, but it also could have something to do with value systems, and not understanding why someone's doing something that they shouldn't be doing. So this is the house of psychology, and so we're digging deep with all this Gemini energy of curiosity and all this energy of psychological well-being. It's all in the mix. You see how it's kind of confusing? And then we have the really strong energy coming in on the full moon on the 19th. Now this is going to be at 27 degrees of Aquarius. So wherever this is in your birth chart, it's going to light up that area. Okay? And so this is really strong energy because there are other things involved here. Now, Aquarius or Uranus energy is shocking, surprises, unusual, doing things out of the ordinary. And Uranus will also be squaring this full moon. So we have 27 degrees of Taurus, squaring 27 degrees of Aquarius, squaring 27 degrees of Leo. Very strong energy. Another T-square being developed. So more pressure being put on you. And again, this has to do with finances, values, sudden surprises, either with children or a relationship or a project that you're working on. Could really surprise the hell out of you. But wait, there's more. At the same time, at the exact same time on the 19th, Venus squares Jupiter. Venus is right here, and it'll be actually at 17 degrees exactly on this day, squaring Jupiter at 17 degrees in the 6th house. So which way do I go? Is this what I really want? I need to travel, but I don't know where. I don't know how. So there's a lot of confusion in the mix. Could have something to do with health, mental health, physical health, financial health. That's all on the table. And then, of course, Jupiter will be squaring your sign, your ruler, Saturn right here. So we have 17 degrees, 17 degrees, 17 degrees. Another T-square on top of the full moon T-squaring Uranus. This is absolutely a tremendous wild card. Lots of pressure, people losing their marbles. There's a sense of reality that's being distorted here. Okay, and it could be your own reality or the people around you that are losing their sense of reality. You see, because these T-squares force us to change or force us to look at something in a different way. And again, we may have trouble sleeping at night because of all this heavy energy. Think of this all as energy running through our bodies. That's how you have to look at it. And we have a tremendous amount of energy that's building this month, all the way up till the 19th. And we'll see how it plays itself out. On the 22nd, the sun leaves Leo and now goes into Virgo, another earth sign. So now you're back to sort of realistic expectations. Maybe you're wanting to travel. Maybe you're looking at the current situation and with a different set of eyes, and you're focusing on what you could do to resolve matters and figure out how to work through this dilemma that you might have right before you. Okay, so Virgo is going to help. The Virgo energy is going to help you in this 9th house. So traveling, learning something new, maybe the political theater might be something that we need to pay attention to at this time. But whatever it is, there's definitely trying to comprehend or understand something at a deeper level. Now Mercury finally goes direct on the 28th, right there in the 8th house. So as Mercury makes its way out of the 8th house, it'll pick up some speed and then eventually go into Virgo and in the 9th house. And so now we have some clarity coming out. We have some understanding. What do I need? What can I do? How can we help this? What can we make better? There's a lot of decisions that need to be made now. And so the clarity does come at the end of the month of August. So pay attention. And last but not least, we have Venus entering Libra on the 29th, right there at the top of the chart. And this has a lot to do with partnerships. It has a lot to do with peace and tranquility, but it also has to do with legal matters, legal documents, anything to do with a relationship that's a little tricky. So this month, if you go through this change with a partnership, whether it's business or personal, there may be some developments that need to be addressed at the end of the month here. Like you get this, I get that. Do you want a divorce? Do we need to move in together? I mean, that's all on the table with these alignments this month. Like I said, tremendous amounts of energy coming in that are very unstable. So if you could avoid it, making any major life-changing decisions, I would suggest it. Wait till the end of the month. It might be better with a little bit more clarity coming in. All right. So there you have it, Capricorn. Do the best you can. If you enjoyed this video and you want to learn more about astrology, keep an eye. I've got a short video at the end of this video to tell you about my private community. All right. Do the best you can, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye for now. Hi. Thank you so much for watching my monthly astrology. I really appreciate your support over the years. Have you ever considered learning astrology? Well, you're in luck because I've created a full online astrology course in my private community. It's a full 6-module course that takes you from the beginning of astrology, what it all means, the mythologies, the houses, all the way to the more advanced techniques such as progressions, solar returns, how to read transits, how to make predictions. It's all there in this course here. And I even dive into some of the mysterious stuff, what some of the symbolism is all about. So I think you might want to check it out if you're interested. Along with the course, we have a very tight-knit community here where everyone helps each other out. And so if someone knows a lot about astrology, they help other people with astrology. So it's a community that really gets involved and, really wants to learn and help each other out. But as you can see here, I have a whole lot more on this private community. I also have the Inner Circle live calls each week. Now, this is something that I do twice a month on YouTube, but here I do them on a weekly basis. And I talk about various topics. You get to ask me questions, we interact, and we learn a whole lot more than just astrology. So this could be anything from astrology to what's going on in the world, predictions, politics, whatever it is. We talk about it in the Inner Circle calls. Of course, I do have videos here that I do not have on YouTube, so you get those too. And then I've got a private resource vault, which has videos that I suggest watching, books suggested reading, meditations, and more. So if you're interested in learning astrology or want to be part of a great community that's really growing fast, head on over to the link down below and click on the link and join today. All right? Thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye for now.